from 96 to 2003.
That's the third strike. How much time did they issue? 25 to life.
And they don't give you no good time, good behavior.
Do 85% of whatever they gave.
I bring feel like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, pick the beats on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to spouse, family freedom, walking yards on the line. Every day I wake feel like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, pick the beats on the line.
Squares beware. This is On the Line podcast show with JJ Fomby Jr. Squares beware. What's going on, Junior?
What's happening with it? Oh, I'm in and out of lanes today, man. Going to do this and that. What's happening?
I see you look like it's real in the field out there. Not for play, but for real.
Yeah, man. I'm on the tracks, bro. I'm out here, doing this and that. What's popping?
Slow motion beat no motion. That's what's popping. But
oh yeah.
Today we're gonna want y'all to hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. And if you're on the JJ Fomby YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Repeat, hit that subscribe button, hit that like, hit that share. If you're on our Facebook, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe. Share it with someone else and put them up on game. You dig? So also we on all streaming platforms. So yeah, in a few days we're gonna be loading up all our new audio to the streaming platform, so it'll match up to the video footage. Also, you can go watch our shows on Digital Soapbox, and we're also on Pod T, coming to be on Pod TV soon. Listen, what we gonna talk about today, big dog?
Well, it's something heavy. If they ain't tapped in, we just gonna come in off the bench from the Gangster Chronicles when we already know who they had on there recently was Sammy the Bull. So we gonna talk about that a little bit before everybody else start chiming in with their 2, 3, 4, 5 cents. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're talking about Sammy the Bull, who became an informant for the United States government. But before that, yeah, that's what we're talking about. I saw the interview. I listened to it. I think it was a nice interview. But end of the day, man, I'm not gonna. We and you lived up on a certain kind of code, and say we not at that magnitude that we weren't part of no mafia. We was part of street gang, which is different type of thing there. You know what I mean? So,
right.
I think it was an all right interview.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't hold back.
Nah. There's some questions I would have asked, but for the forever, I give him a thumbs up for the interview. But we want to address the issue about being an informant. We're going to address the issues about being a rat, being in protected custody. What I want to say is this: I'm not just a person sitting in front of this camera, as well as Junior, but me. I'm not just sitting in front of the camera and just embellishing out stuff. I lived under the gangster code or G code where I was raised at, and the dudes I was raised up with, my G homies, even down to my grandmama. She was a gangster. I know I shouldn't say that, but family want me to say that. But I have my uncles and aunties; they was G's, and they stuck to the code. And I have been in situations where I've been told on. Not a great feeling when you're doing a crime, and with a brother that you be your brother, and you're doing a crime. And I say brother, I'm talking about in the brotherhood and the gangs. And one of them get busted, or we both get busted, and they turn on you. I mean, man, same person that you spit French fries. Same person you spend French fries with, share sodas with,
niggas just spent the night at your house.
You know what I mean? So it's a trip that somebody you've been looking out for financial, covering them, make sure they straight. At the same time, you struggle to make yourself straight. All said and done, they turn on you. I am a person of loyalty. No matter, I always been that before you saw me on the screen. For any people, if you don't know me, then you know what you come to know of me being on the screen. But those viewers and listeners that know me personally, those are Those are my brothers that I did time with in the streets and did it on the yards and in the county jail. They know. But those viewers or listeners, they have no clue who I am. They only going on what I'm saying by my mouth.
Right.
So I'm just not a person that just talking and I'm not a professional in this. I am a professional. I myself, and I'm not proud of it, I was a lifer on the yard for some bullshit. But I wasn't no one-time person went to prison and thought I knew everything. I got several trips to the yard, level 4. All the level 4 except Corcoran, I didn't walk those yards. And when I'm 51 now, I'd have been almost all the level 4 yards where it was active, from Calipatria to Pelican Bay to Salinas Valley to New Folsom twice. Those are most of the yards I've done in Tehachapi Max, 4A, 4B. With Tehachapi Max, they turned from what it was to where it became. And then they ran us up out of it because we turned it up there. Not just me, other individuals from different fractions in the state of California that was from different organizations. But anyway, moving along those lines, I didn't have personally had to discipline some of my own colleagues from my neighborhood for being faulty. It hurted me. It hurted me to hear that I had homeboys that went faulty or did not perform. What I mean faulty means they did a crime and they told on somebody. There was somebody that I knew, that we both knew. They then told them and put them in prison, and they either got short time or no time. So I'm not singling out one individual. There's a history of telling that's been going on before particular artists or more actors came about. So when I saw, I wanted to make a statement about, not a statement, clear that up, a comment about comments about when I saw Sammy the Bull on TV. Last time I really saw him, I was sitting up in New Folsom. I think I was on B Yard, or was I in Calipatria? One of them 2 yards, A Yard, B Yard, Calipatria. But I was sitting in, I think I was in New Folsom on B Yard when he came on 2020. I think it was with Diane Sawyer or something like that. Maybe Bar War, I think it was Diane Sawyer. And they talked to him, did an interview with him and talked to him, and it came out what he did, what he said and what he did, right? Once he did that right there on TV changed the demographic for all gang members. We're not talking none of my civilians. You're a civilian, this doesn't apply for you. What's a civilian? A person is not part of a street or a prison or gang or organization.
Yeah.
Then those, if you're not part of that, you classify as a civilian. So this conversation don't even involve you. So a lot of people don't even have the don't even have the right to even talk about some of the street stuff in front of a camera that never lived that life or half-ass played the role. Wasn't really them kind of people built up like that. There's a ton of people that's not built up like that. You know where I'm coming from? You don't know what the face of a killer look like. What I mean by that
could be anybody.
As there we go. It's a difference from a killer and a murderer. Killers keep killing and murderers doing time. It's a difference. Okay, so there's some more other stuff to that, but we're not going to get into all that. So today might be a little different in our conversation that you've seen us, but I'm just kind of like hearing a lot of people running off at the mouth about a lot of shit they're not qualified to do a show about. But since technology is available, you can get anybody from the camera say anything they want to say.
It be believable too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You live in, because you like the way they look, the way they dress, the way they talk, but they could just be running off straight bullshit. You think it's a word out the Bible or something, and you living by what they saying. They living and they misleading you in the conversation. Again, I'm not me personally. I'm not trying to glorify snitching, street culture, gang banging, gangsterism. Nothing. I'm only pointing out the facts about it. It ain't a pretty thing, and it's not beautiful. It's not. Got where I'm coming from? So a lot of people that's been caught up in crime, some live that lifestyle. They don't care about getting caught up. They don't care about hit all them right there. Those all the streaming sites that we're on. They listen to us on audio, on streaming platforms. They don't care about going to the yard, getting locked up, being away from their family. They don't. Some people just don't give a fuck about that shit. You know, so niggas gonna keep killing. You understand me? Activity gonna still keep cracking. Ain't nothing gonna stop. But what I'm saying to you is when Sammy Bull said what he said, there was a lot of people from that night that he said that used him as an excuse to tell on people. You understand where I come from? I'm talking about other killers. We're not talking about no rookie niggas. From that point on, that changed the culture of where I'm from, where we're from out of LA County. This guy. When this guy got up and said what he said, and he worked for the, you know what I'm saying, the United States government, the USA, about this guy, it changed the culture from that night. Understand where I'm coming from? Because there was people that was on the yard that had, might have had a murder, and then they turned around and they called them back on another murder. Some people had multiple murders. They got busted. They filed cases on them, and niggas was going back down to court like, man, I don't know why this and Sammy Bull told, so I should tell. What the fuck? What kind of shit was that? I'm talking about niggas that I looked up to, that was on the yard. You know what I'm saying? So it changed the demographic. So a lot of the street cultures here in Los Angeles County, we use a lot of those mafioso names when they name themselves from the gangs. Use the Capones and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Different names they take as monarchs
and all this old shit. Yeah.
Right. So if you're from here or know anybody from here, they from that era. We know I'm 51, so I'm original BG from my neighborhood. One of them, not the only one, but one of them. But my main thing is that there was homies who got those names. Well, we didn't know that those names that they tried to emulate, they tried to live up to those names, some of them. And those dudes was rats. They worked for the government. Got where I'm coming from? So when now I want to say, so you taking up a name of a rat that worked for the U.S. government or told on put niggas in jail for life or whatever, right?
Or that undercover, wearing a wire or all that shit.
Right. So we're not condoning that. I prefer not to do no crime at all and just, go to church and go to work and live the normal life as a productive citizen. You know where I'm coming from? Or go to a mosque, whatever religion you is, go do that, man. Stay away from the street life. But moving on, fast forward, there's a lot of people that keep saying, I got, like, I'm only talking about street shit. We're not talking about internet shit. We're talking about street shit. When people say, I got paperwork on whoop to whoop. When I grew up, when you mention that this person here, you single out a person and say, hey, this person told on me or told on such, and here's the paperwork. Okay, what are you looking for? Most of you individuals don't even know what you're looking for. First of all.
Correct. That is very true. You gotta really look at that and see and dissect, is this person telling on himself or is he telling on you? Or is he involving you in his situation?
Correct. So what you're looking for when you get a document of a case, there's two different kind of documents. And I'm talking about from the state level, California state level. I'm only can speak for this. Is the only where I did my time at. And then only these California cops, they arrested me, and so on and so on. So where I come from, we're looking for two different kind of, they call them transcripts. They got transcripts are everything's that's being said in the courtroom. Anything being said in the courtroom is being documented by a stenographer. A stenographer is a person that sounds like a little, kind of like a computer. It's like shorthand. So everything you say, they word for word, they put it down. Everything you say that's in the judge, the district attorney, the witnesses, whatever is being said is being recorded. And it's put out into paper. Moving along. Then you have the court transcripts, which means the stuff, all the proceedings and hearings that took place in the course of the trial or the preliminary hearing. Those are different. Okay. Now, when someone say, hey, well, this person told on me, we talking about street nigga shit, not no civilian shit. When you say civilians, 99% of the time they're gonna rat on you because they're civilians. End the story. So we're not even, from this point on, as you listen and look, we're not talking about civilian, productive citizens in the community. No, they're gonna tell on you if you do something. So expect that. So we're not having a discussion about them. We're having a discussion about street niggas or gangsters in the street. Okay, criminals. We're talking about those people. Now, if the person is told on a person, your crime being told, your crime he's been told, or you done told on your crime he's, all that's in document. It comes in the transcript. And you got the police report. Now, if you get a police report, then I'm gonna listen. You're gonna learn something today. And I want y'all to really understand. It's not a hating thing. Oh, what's that right there? Okay, now check it out. I'm just showing you how I live, how I was instructed, and the crew I came from. Now, when you get the police report, and this is legal in court. When you go to court to fight the case, if a person makes a statement against you, there's a few things that they must do to be valid in court. Meaning this: if a person told on, like I had a person tell on me. Now, when they tell on you, they should have either audio. That means the person talking about what happened in the crime.
It's being recorded.
Videotape. Audio on them, because the audio is just the words, the sound. Videotape of them talking about the crime, or they wrote it down and like wrote a note. We call it a kite or a letter about all who was where and all that kind of shit. They write and you put your signature on them. Those things right there are using collateral evidence that you can use to say, hey, I was part of that person. That person was involved in this crime, and they was a part, and I was a part of the crime. And then you write that down. They take that and they get that to the district attorney. So now they say, okay, well, this person recorded that and said that they admitted they did this, that, and the third, whatever. Oh, they wrote this, da 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 da. So we recorded and we kept this. This is the evidence they present in court when they go one time if they take it to trial, okay, or the evidence they.
And all this is being used against you and your co-defendant.
Correct. So now, again, all this information is accessible through the judicial system, meaning that you go down to the court. There we go. Evidence and witness and testimonies. There we go. Right. You take this stuff right here, you can get on anybody's case. You need their full name, the county, the city they was in, and get the case number. Once you get that case number and you get the document, you don't get the documents from them. All right. You could look at them and say, okay, let me get this case number, this name, what court they was in, and you shoot that and you get that information. But if you look at them, when you get that document, it should be from 1 to how many sheets of paper? It could be 3,000-4,000 sheets of paper. Now, one sheet of paper should be missing. Why you keep saying?
And if it is, something is funny.
Correct. Now they have then they got each paper number. If it's just a blank piece of paper, say, see attached document evidence 1. Hey, you need all that shit, right? So why you saying this? Well, when a person say, and you in prison or you in jail, and the person say, hey, look, man, because I had this happen, man, your homeboy told on your homeboy. First, you're in violation off the dribble for being in our business, off the top. Then he ain't got the documents to back it up. But there you go. That's how motherfuckers doing it now. They've been doing it. It's just more doing it now. And do I agree with it? Fuck no. Take your pill and take your medicine. I did. I stuck to the script. I did. That's where we was raised. That's what you do. Oh, well,
things are different now, bro.
Huh? Right. I sacrificed my whole life for my set. I did. I'm one of those dudes.
But now you have to understand there's a different ball game out here. People are under different circumstances, and they come at every individual a different way. You know this, and I know this. Straight from when you get the cuffs put on you and you in the interrogation room, they already know who's going to be the weak link in the chain.
Correct. Let me stay on point for a minute, Junior. So these documents, when somebody comes to you and say, hey, look, I had to go to my homeboys. I use them as a reference, not one in particular, but I had a few of them that, hey, look, we're going to need that paperwork that you about you on your case. Oh man, I only got the paperwork. You want to come up with that shit. We finna put some paperwork and get down to the court. They're gonna bring we gonna hustle up the money or whatever we got to get them documents up here because you got a person out there saying that you told. Now, if you did not tell, you're gonna do all you can and practice them paperwork. And once you do that, we're gonna get this nigga off the yard, or you're gonna get this nigga off the yard. What you mean get him off the yard? Nigga, you can't come to a nigga and just say, hey, excuse my language, but you just can't come to a person and say, oh yeah, man, you told on me. And they gonna max you out. Then you ain't got nothing to back it up. But now if you got something to back it up, now you got support. Mass support. You might still have some niggas that like this nigga, even though he told. They got a lot of that going on now these days. I like the nigga, but he's still telling on niggas. Yeah. So, but now you get the mass of them to be on your side because them homie, he got the paperwork. I can't say shit. And it's all legit. Can't save you. Each individual can get that same document. They fill out the paperwork and get it and bring it in from the court. You don't get it from a nigga in the streets. You can get it from the court yourself and review it yourself. Those times I had to look at murder books and shit, niggas that got cases and shit. I let the homie had to break this shit down. Everybody got to look at it of reasoning, of magnet, of some significance from the car to review these documents. You can't have a snitch looking at another nigga shit and saying this. No, you gotta have a nigga that's solid to review these documents and clarify, okay, the homie didn't tell, boom, we got his shit. So anybody say something about the nigga, you can get off on their ass. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no paperwork for this case or any other case you was a part of. It don't have to be just the one case you're in prison for. It could be another case you did a long time ago. So yeah, you know, the nigga got to have that paperwork to show others, hey, this is what he did in court. If you wasn't up on it, this is what he did. And if he did it to me, he'll do it to you. Got where I'm coming from?
And you usually too, what happens in that situation when you on the yard, you allowed whatever is said in court, and you got transcripts, whatever paperwork your lawyer have, you supposed to have. And the majority of the time, people send their paperwork home and say, "Look, this is what's going on." Send it to your sister, your homeboys, and usually they highlight the part that this cat is telling. This I'm highlighting everything he's saying. So when that hit the streets, they can make a gazillion copies of it and say, "Yeah, this dude is telling." And when it come from the street and come circulate through the yard, you ain't got no protection. You done.
Right. So people say, "Well, I seen the paperwork." What you saw was they should have been looking at court transcripts from the court with the 28 line paper with the numbers on the side. Yeah, people can copy and paste and all that, but one thing they can't do is go to that courthouse and step in and take the original document and alter it. They can't, because you can go down and buy it. If you really own your shit, you really want to know if a person told on you or told on others, go to the courthouse and get that paper. There you go. Put that information in there. Well, wow. There you go.
Everything you need to know.
Let me tell y'all something real talk. I'm only saying this because I hear people say all kind of weirdo, way out there shit. They don't even know what the fuck they talking about. Again, they ain't even qualified to be in front of the camera talking about no real street nigga shit. Seriously, I don't feel. I listen to some shit and some shit I just don't listen to because it's they bozos, bro. The bozo niggas right now, them motherfuckers that be talking, it ain't just on the camera on the internet. It ain't like a little fucking gossiping ghetto, right? I'm talking about niggas in the streets that be saying shit. Like, nigga, do you see the paperwork, nigga? Now, nigga, if you want to see the paperwork, then go get the paperwork. Read it yourself. Then what you gonna read? Once you read it and see it, what you gonna do?
Nothing.
Because a lot of motherfuckers be heartbroken when they see them documents. I'll use my situation where I went to jail for a bank lick. And he was a younger homie that was on the lick with me, right? And nigga ratted on me. Gotcha. I had the paperwork. We didn't go to trial. I took the deal. I wasn't playing with this, talking about another license then. I was like, shit, we ain't prepared to do this. Shit, I'm finna grab whatever they throw on the table. They run this shit. Nigga telling in the police report. Nigga, I ain't got time to be playing for the. What's the deal? You know what I'm saying? When I say what's the deal is how much time y'all talking about. Not to say I'm gonna rattle on the nigga, no shit like that. I'm for the graduate deal. They talking about 15, 20. What you talking about? At that time, they was talking about 78 to life. I was striking in. I've been a striker. You know what I'm saying? Striker means that I have other violent felonies, class A1 felonies. You understand what I mean? So known as a stick-up kid. I stay with, I survived. No longer that guy any today, but that's what I did. I put the pistol in your mouth and then rake you up out of everything. Whatever you got, I need that. That's why I was bred in my community. That's why I was bred. I come from the original. Anybody know I come from that foundation, that original dog foundation. You understand me? Now, I'm not no rapper, singer, dancer, none of that. I was one of them street niggas. I was one of those street niggas that really lived that life. I walk the walk and talk that talk. And I'm tough like that today? Nah, I ain't that tough no more. I ain't no Mark and no Buster ass nigga, but I ain't as tough as I once was. Got where I'm coming from? So I'm not trying
to the best of us, man.
Right. So I'm not trying to portray. So I kind of see a lot of people involving themselves in conversations and lifestyles and culture they don't know nothing about. They don't know nothing about sticking a knife up their ass and have to go out to the yard and deal with other races. Yeah, that's what I said. That's called keister. That's called hooping.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you ain't got no knife in your yard, you got 13 niggas on the yard. They got razors, brushes, and toothbrushes wrapped up ready to cut your face up, nigga. Cut your ear off.
You know we recording, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm going in right now. I'm just letting them know. Like, I live that life up in motherfucking New Folsom on them shoe yards. In Calipatria, where they motherfucker got 11, 8, 9 different motherfuckers from different race coming at you with knives, and the police know they fit to stab you. Like, I've been out there on my own, on my lonesome. No homeboys. You understand what I'm saying? Nigga would love to have a homie, a solid homie, to stay the ground and they get down with a nigga. So I'm talking from experience, battle testing, really walk that life, talk that talk, and really about their business. Today, I'm no longer that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, again, I'm only saying the people that talk in the streets. A lot of them, women, men, are not built up like that, cut from that breed. And they talk that talk, and they ain't really with the business like that. Never have, never will. So, but now you can get away with a lot of this shit by just running up at the motherfucking mouth. Not really, no more niggas ain't checking their file. See what kind of motherfucker they really is. Mass of them are not built up like that. So now I'm only saying this to help you individuals who listen to things in the streets and they listen to things that's on the internet. That's all I'm trying to explain to you. I'm not pinpointing one person per se. I'm telling you, how do you judge what's real and what's not real? If you feel that you like somebody on this internet, or you feel you like somebody in your community and they got a jacket of known and telling, and you really want to say, let me see if this motherfucker really told on such and such, and they just not politicking. What do you mean politicking? Just like they do at the church. When they don't like somebody at the church, certain people at the church don't like these people, just like they do at those works, at your work, where people that hang over here on this side of the office don't like these people on this side of the office.
You call them chatterbox.
Right. They politicking on motherfuckers. They doing football, or they rather have such son playing, but not this son. That's just form of politicking. You know what I'm saying? Trying to dictate, persuade people to view the way you view things. You understand where I'm coming from? So when I use the word politicking, that's what I mean. It comes from the U.S. politics or the world politics. This is what they do. So we use it in prison. We use the term politicking. It's basically manipulation and power. It means a person who has the power, not the authority, but the power to the gift the gab as well, charisma to move people their way. You know what I'm saying? Some people use money to get persuasive, to persuade.
Yeah, that's the number one there.
So
or you could just go by majority rules.
Here we go. They don't want to, you know what I mean? But again, a lot of people, great amount, I see more followers. Now, I'm not talking about internet followers. We're just talking about now outside of the internet into the real world. You see a lot of follower pieces, a lot of more people are followers than leaders. And some people want to be a leader, but they're not cutting bread like that. Simple. You're not built up like that. So you need to take it to the back of the line, sit down, right? Like I used to do the 950s on the yard. Now, when I mean 950, the person that was part of a street gang or organization. You got when I come around this person, hey, I just got caught up with some shit and I came to jail. I didn't let non-affiliates, I didn't fuck with them at all. There was someone who was gangsters though, don't get me wrong, but I didn't fuck with them because when it came down to this gang banging shit, now I don't want to opt out. Oh man, look, man, I'm from the beach, but I'm not from Insane. I ain't from this, I ain't from that. You feel me? They don't want the smoke. When I wanted all the smoke, I want all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to eliminate those people, and that's what you need to do. A lot of people that's not really with this gang banging, real life shit, being on the yard, standing for count, call and collect, and block phones. You standing for count, going out on the yard, representing your hood, where you from, when you ain't no other homies around, when you on the shoe yard and you by yourself, ain't no homies around. You supposed to keep pressing what you pressing. When you're out there by yourself on your own, you stand on your own 10 toes. Them the niggas I'm talking about. Them the niggas they understand what I'm talking about. You could be in the state of the feds. There's a lot of times when you're pushing this gang bang and this gangsterism, you're gonna be on your own. And you ain't gonna have no homeboys. You want to stand firm in your belief. When
that builds character.
You understand me? You don't change up when you get 25 homies on the yard or you 50 deep on the yard. You become somebody different. A lot of niggas is like that. Oh, they humble and quiet and don't say nothing on the yard. Oh, I was on the yard. Wait a minute. What yard you was on? What year you was on there? Oh, what did you? Nigga, you wasn't pressing like that on the yard, nigga. You wasn't even carrying a knife, nigga. You were scared to carry a knife. A lot of niggas is like that. Whole bunch of them. I'm like, damn, nigga, I'm like, shit, I'm at the shit. My problem with me was I didn't want to go back to my hood or my set with no dirt on my jacket. I didn't want that. I didn't want to. When I grew up,
basically, when you get transferred or get sent to another yard, that jacket is gonna follow you. That you wouldn't ride.
Exactly.
And that news is gonna be on another yard before you get there.
Right. So then people say, well, so I stood right in the code because I knew, hey, look, nigga live when you get out this, if ever nigga, when you go home, I gotta deal with the streets. I gotta deal with the G homies. I gotta go to court. It's a term we use. I shouldn't go on that far with it, but I ain't want that. I just see niggas get fucked over. And I had to fuck over niggas. You understand me? Because they did shit in the pen. They gave the set a bad. They gave the city and the set a bad name, and niggas had to get ran and get DP behind that shit. What's DP mean? Discipline. You know what I'm saying? They had to get that spank, right? Whatever, ass whoop, whatever. That don't make you a bad person because you get DP. Don't make you a bad person. You did some shit and you got discipline from it, and you just remember, hey, I ain't for do that no more because the homies gonna DP me behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I ain't never been DP because I stayed within the motherfucking lines. You ain't where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. A lot of people don't want to stay within the lines of G code. They want to divert. They want the look. They want the look and the glory, but they don't want to put the work in for it. They don't want that. They want to go straight from here to the top without paying your dues in the middle, like Dub C say, paying your dues. They don't want to pay their dues.
No, you gotta crawl before you walk.
I understand where I'm coming from. They like, man, fuck all that. Being away from my broad fucking homie or fucking my cousins or she fucking the homegirl, whatever the fuck that's going on where you ain't around because you on the yard. They ain't sending you no packages. They don't want to do that. They don't want that.
Hey, time out. Now, what you just said about guys worrying about they broad spending their money or dipping out with the homeboy or something like that. These are other circumstances that a motherfucker will snitch under as well. These are other circumstances that somebody would tell on somebody else.
Who's that?
Oh, that guy, Mr. Harlem. So you talk about snitching that nobody condone, but everybody's under a different conditions and different circumstances. You know what I mean? I'm not condoning any of it, but when you get to that point where you thinking you're gonna be away from your kids, you being away from your kids, and you gonna miss your girl and all this stuff. These are the things that the law will enforce on you to make you turn state's evidence or turn on somebody. Now, when it comes to females, you got females out there who done put a lot of people in prison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got females out there who a lot of homies and a lot of dudes are behind bars. How they get to the females? Well, you ain't gonna see your kids. They gonna be in the system and blah 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 blah. Soon as they say those words, you can forget about it. You might as well put the cuffs on yourself. Because soon as they get at the female about her kids, and they gonna be in the system, and you gonna do 30 years and all this stuff, it's
Yeah,
over with.
yeah. But then it's a
And that,
small.
and that's why Mr. Barnes he snitched because the dude was messing with his girl. Love is a motherfucker, or
Right.
lust.
Right. Then there's a small part of women that stay down for their crown. Very small percentage, but there has been some. You know, they call
Oh
them
yeah.
idiots.
Well,
Why you do some mess like that? But I'm just saying there is a percent. We're not gonna say I'm gonna say like 95%, like 5% or 10% of them have
right.
stayed down. Because they still, you know what I'm saying? There's some G women though. I ain't gonna just smack them all down as far as derating them or declassifying them as all rats. No, I'm not gonna do that. But so if there's a tiny small bit that does, did stay down, they lost their kids and went to the system. So yeah, but what I was basically going back to is that something, this is information that lays y'all up on what you need when you hear people say these things. Be like, what they mean by that? Are they just talking about a piece of paper with some words on it? No, 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 no. We're not talking about that. We're talking about legitimate court documents coming from a state court or a federal court or appellate court, wherever they told that it's been documented, and you can review those documents if you had them. Go seek that information,
Yeah.
had the name, and get the docket number and the case number and all that stuff. And that's how. If you really want to know, and not just believe what a person is saying on the internet about a person. You got where I'm coming from? Unless the person just self-admits it, then how you beat
No,
that? And we go back to Mr. Sammy Bull. Do I think he was I use these terms. Do I think this guy was a weak link? Nah, 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 nah. This dude is at a different level than of individuals. Me personally, by being on the yard, I happen to been around some serial killers. Not that I wanted to be around them, but they were on the yard with me. Everybody I was on the yard was lifers or had life without. So I didn't put them on the yard. So I have been around different serial killers. You know what I mean? They call cases out here in California. You got where I'm coming from.
mm-hmm.
So uh, I'm not astounded by being around a person that got killing on them. I'm not afraid of them. Not to say I'm tough. Not. I'm afraid easily. But
I mean, shit, you used to it.
yeah, you get immune to the shit, dog. This dude right. I
Like
played
whatever.
spades and dominoes with niggas that had, killed the parking lot full of niggas. Niggas were no bigger than two matches. You feel me? It wasn't sorry about that. This is live, baby. Can you hear me? All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you never know who you sit next to. You never know who you sit next to anywhere. Whether
exactly. So,
you
like I said,
are walking the court, you don't know who you sit next to.
right. Then I'm sitting next to. I done played dominoes with niggas that had rapes on their cases. I didn't know these niggas was serial rapists. What the fuck? Yeah, I didn't find out till
Yeah.
13, 12 niggas on that nigga back stabbing the shit out of a nigga. Like, damn, that's the nigga who be at the domino table or the spade table. Oh yeah, that nigga's a rapist. Oh shit. Okay, down on the yard. Oh yeah, now we know what's going on. That's how you find out in the wash. So you be years of. I'm saying I'm 51. I've been around great amount of my whole adult life. I was incarcerated in the state of California. That's not a good thing. It's not. I'm not proud of it, but that's where I became living around these people. I had to go to war with these niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Against other races, other fractions. I seen some of them. They can kill with a gun, but they can't put a knife in their hand and go out there and do their shit. What you mean by that? Go out there and stab a nigga in their face or their neck or their side. You understand me? They can't do it. So
Ooh, yeah,
it's a
that's it's
yeah,
tough.
it's yeah. So all this shit I'm talking about is stuff that you have to involve yourself in when you talking about you living up under the G code. A lot of them don't want this, dog. I done been on yards where motherfuckers had 4, 5 bodies. Niggas scared as fuck. Don't want to carry a knife. Don't even want to put a point on a wood or a spoon or nothing. I'm like, damn, what
Well,
the fuck
see,
is this?
when you talk about situations like that, and you address civilians or non-affiliates or people who just ain't never been to jail. This is their first joke. When they think about stories like that, they don't want to be under that. So they're like, you know what? I'm not trying to go do that. So if you need me to tell you exactly what happened, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. So I won't become a victim in there, or I have to, do something I really don't want to do. So like I said, situations are different. People tell because they don't want to go to prison and become a statistic or something like that. So like, you know what, I'm gonna avoid
Right.
that at all costs. So you know what? It was this, that, and this was what happened.
Yeah, so that's
I'm
real,
home.
man.
I'm at home now.
Yeah, why he gonna walk off 25 years or die in the cell? So just like like Sammy Bull said, it was fucked up that God he had to die in the cell like a dog. Man, I didn't see that was a fear of mine. That's the only fear, one of the most fucked up fears I ever wanted. That of being in when my parents passed, and I was able to be out here with my mom and my dad, and to spend time with them before they left the earth. Man, that has
Right.
any individual that's locked up doing time or a lifer. That's a fear.
Yeah.
Okay, if they
As
don't
as
have any
as
fear,
we
they got that
mentioned
fear.
before, when that chapel come and call your name, you already know it's bad.
Man, I lost my
When the
grandfather in there.
chaplain when you saw yeah when the chaplain summons you and you got to go to the chapel, you already know it's bad. There ain't no asking questions about what happened. You know somebody close to you, something happened to them.
Correct. And again, we go back to the interview that was on Gangster Chronicles, Sammy the Bull, with our label mates, our podcast mates. He was at a different level. Did he rap? Yes, he did. He told. How you pair him to other people? But he can't. Man's a killer. A serial killer. Niggas knocking
Yeah,
shit down.
yeah,
So I'm not saying
we're
he's a
we're
punk.
we're talking about Pop
We're not saying
Warner
he's scared, man.
and Professional.
Right. We're not saying none of that. We saying that he told. He got that. He tell us he told. And why he told. Do I agree with him telling? Nah. Was I at that level with the gang? No. Have I thought about telling on somebody? No. I was an idiot. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go to the yard. That's how we doing it. That's how I live. Was I'm done for that? I'm that's my loyalty. And it's hard. Yeah, I've had times where I don't want to go all into it. There's times where I have people rooting against me. Like, damn, we was on the same team. Oh, we not? We is what you talking about. So feelings come and play on some shit. I allow that to slide right past me, keep it G to the end. You understand where I'm coming from? Don't even fuck with. Don't even worry about. I'm gonna keep banging this shit. I'm gonna keep living this life.
Homie. What else is funny about snitching and being, coached or coerced to snitch? Funny as you may think, it's not always the police who try to get you to snitch. It can be your own girl, your own mama, your own anybody. Once you make that phone call, it's a lot of dudes in there who snitching because they girl talk to them. Man, that really ain't your this and that. You gonna be away from this and that. Your mama can talk to you and it's. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Nah, I'm saying this. You're not wrong at all. I can say one thing. My mom never told me to tell on nobody. She ain't never pressed that. I had the best mom in the world. I'm talking about, man, what shit I'd have been involved in. Man, and prayers. Man, I'm trying to explain it to you. Average mom would have been like, man, fuck this dude. Hell with it. I don't know how I gave birth to this thing. You understand where I'm coming from? You understand what I'm saying? So that's how much I don't want to call myself an idiot or how much I bit into. Listen, here we go. Junior, here you go. This is how much I drunk the Kool-Aid. Listen to me. I drunk the Kool-Aid so much, I took the whole picture, nigga, and glug, and living this culture that I was infatuated.
You were just being a knucklehead. That's all it was. You were just being a young knucklehead.
Now I was a soldier for the set. I was a soldier for the streets.
That's what you're supposed to be.
24/7, no days off. I pressed that. When people saw me, they knew that's where you're from. Was I the hardest?
As you should. Yes, that's what you're supposed to do. You don't get. It's like anything. You don't get in the sports to become sorry. You get in the
No,
sports to go all out. You don't become in
exactly.
the streets become an average dude. You join the set to become so your name can ring bells, no matter if you around or not. When they mention so and so, you're like that dude's a fool. You better
Right,
stay away from him.
right. But I intentionally, I didn't know I was doing that. That's what I'm saying to you. I didn't know. I was just pressing
Right.
along. Like, hey, this how we. From football, I play ball. Hey, this how we got out on the field. That's the same thing with the street. That's how we got out in the street. That's how we was bred. My G homie. That's how they taught me. Okay, this is what we do. Okay, this is what we do. Okay, that's what we doing. Ain't nobody I said nothing. Like he under the script. He running the play. He under the script. I'm all good. As long as I was under the script, I lived under the script, and that's how I operated.
So let me ask you this: we have a lot of higher people up there that people look up to because of their status in the D game, their status in the streets. But these guys also told your Frank Lucases, those guys told. You got a lot of people, man. Alpo, all these people. You know what I'm saying? These
Mm-hmm.
guys have told on people, and people knowingly has done this. Even the great Sun Tzu has used that as a war strategy.
Woo! Not the Japanese emperor. Woo!
I'm just saying.
They don't know who
But
that is. He's a
yeah,
square. They
yeah,
don't know
but
understand. They don't
however,
understand. Why? Hold on, time out, homie. Time out. In control. Why y'all drop this on these square ass motherfuckers? These on square ass niggas don't know nothing about this shit.
these are the things that people should know. Not
Not a
need to
thin
know, but
ass
they should.
motherfucker. Don't be
They
bad.
should.
I'm on horn. You talking to? Hey man, listen. If you're not affiliate, you understand. Then we saying this shit Greek to you. But if you got a real soldier in your family, run this, shoot them this link. They're gonna understand everything I said. They're gonna understand.
But
If they stuck
I'm
to
gonna
the
tell
code,
you
no matter what
something.
state they in, listen to me, no matter what state or country they in, if they live under the code, under the script, and kept it G, they're gonna understand everything I'm saying to them.
Right.
Shoot them the link.
But see,
Shoot them the link to this show.
here's the thing about that. These guys we just put up there, right? Knowingly, publicly. This is not nothing that we're letting the cat out the bag. That's a secret. This is all public information that these people have told or whatever they did. But the fact of the matter is they're out and nobody's going to do a damn thing to them at all. Nobody's going to do nothing to them. They're
Quiet
not.
on the set. Quiet on the set.
Nobody's going to. Nobody. And when they was going through their situation, everybody was chirping on the street. Yeah, so and so telling, I'm gonna stay away from that nigga. You need to stay. Soon as they hit the bricks, nobody's gonna say nothing to them. They ain't gonna
Quiet
do
on the
nothing
set.
or say nothing.
Woo!
Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the
So
set.
where do we go from there? Are you supposed to do something to them? That's up to you.
Yeah. If you feel like I said, growing up, if you address the issue, if this nigga's a rat, I don't like him, I want him done, I want him over with. That's your project. That's you.
That's
How you
your
feeling?
project, yeah.
You know
If
what I'm
you
saying?
ain't gonna do
can't go in the
nothing,
street.
don't say nothing.
You can't be out there talking about, oh, that motherfucker, woo, 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 and not do nothing to him. A lot of them, some of them was busters. A lot of a great amount of busters.
Yeah.
Hold on. Just listen. A lot of them are busters. I'm talking about real street shit. Now, the guys you were talking about, the niggas is killers.
Yes.
They not locked up. Again, I said
No.
killers keep killing, murderers do time. So you might
You
want to
know,
watch your approach.
hey,
You might want to watch your approach.
hey, check this out. You might have a motherfucker who knowingly has told on several people, and everybody knows that. But he'll walk up to you and get in your face and say, "Nigga, did I tell on you?" Then don't worry about it.
Oof.
Yes,
Woo.
they will do that. He will get in your face. Did I tell on you? No, you didn't tell. Well, don't fucking worry about it then. Mind your business.
Cold thing, boy. It's a sad thing, but it's a cold thing. So
Yeah.
this. Hey, listen, I ain't agreeing with no telling. I don't care who you is. You know what I'm saying? I never lived that life. I never been that kind of guy. I'm gonna take my medicine. I'm gonna take my medicine and lie where I gotta lie, bro. That's my loyalty, man. That's all I got. I got my word and I got my loyalty. If I ain't got a dime in my pocket, I got those two things. and we're a rare breed now. It's fucked up out here, man. That's why, hey, listen, thank God I'm an old man. I ain't acting no more. I'm not out to chasing nobody down about nothing.
Right,
You
right.
understand? I'm just hey, listen, I'm a productive citizen. I live a life. I tell the stories of the things I was involved in that will not get anybody prosecuted. All the stuff I'm talking about, statute of limitations have passed. And I'm not going to be talking about no anything to get anyone convicted.
But
Ever.
look, trip this. If you don't want to have to worry about nobody snitching on you or telling on you or you
What?
doing the telling or telling somebody, do everything by yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing crime.
Yeah.
I'm
If you
squaring
don't, if
up.
you don't, if you don't
I'm
want to
squaring
worry
up,
about nobody
dog.
telling on you, just do things by yourself. You have a man. Look, listen. You and I both know a lot of cats who's on solo missions. You can't pinpoint them nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You have an idea, but they don't have no crimey. They Kojak all the way. They don't have no partner. They do everything by themselves. You just know the type of person that they are from being around them and growing up with them, that he's capable of doing that. But who gonna tell him? Because he's by himself. He's a solo artist, and you that way he ain't got to worry about telling on nobody or nobody telling on him.
Yeah, that's enough, Junior. We gave these squares a whole more than what they needed, man. That's it,
Yes, sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
So what we need to tell them, man, hit that share, hit that like, hit that subscribe button on Digital Soapbox and on the JJ from YouTube channel. That's what you need to do. Hit that. Check us out. Matter of fact, we got these on the line T-shirts. Y'all can hit us up on our IGs or our Facebook, whatever one. Buy a shirt, man. Hit that subscribe button right there. That's what we need out of y'all. Share that, subscribe. Tell people to hit that subscribe button. Share this video to someone so they can hit that subscribe button. That's what I need. That's how you support us. Also, if you want to buy one of them on the line T-shirts, we still got some. You got to print some more up, running low. But hit that subscribe button.
Let me get one of them shirts, Ms. Ang. Let me get one of them shirts.
Okay. And then these are all the streaming platforms we're on. All our new audio will be up shortly. I gotta do it. Control to do it, or I gotta do it. We're gonna have audio from our shows on this right here on this here, on these platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, Facebook. You understand me? We on everything. Twitch. So, oh, damn, this shit's fire. This real. This ain't no bullshit food right here.
Wasn't that the catering at your birthday party?
Man, listen, I ain't never ate no damn string beans that taste that damn good in my whole time fucking life. That shit fire. Oh my God. I ain't putting none on it. If anybody wants some of these string beans, I'm gonna buy them and have them send it to you. Anybody wants some of the string beans? I'm
macaroni and all that.
Hey, I'm gonna buy the plate for y'all. If y'all want to advertise anything, any businesses y'all have, or any clothes or anything you trying to sell that's legal, hit us up. Junior hit me up. We put the advertising on the line. Yeah, we trying to stay within the law. You understand me? We squares. So all you squares be there. What you want to say, Junior, before we get up out of here?
Anybody out there want to give me a loan, you can reach me on IG Hub City One. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got my number, just tap in with me. Anybody out there want to give me a loan? You know, I'm out here in LA. You know, you need a loan to get around here, man. But other than that, that's it, man. I'm finna finish bending these corners and go do what I got to do when I do it. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next rebound. Stay safe and stay blessed. We out. Art of Shield.
Every day, on the line. Every day, on the line. Every day, on the soapbox. Every day, on the line. I remember every day, on the line. Every day, on the line.
Y'all can take a picture of that QR code.